Okay, hey you guys, how you doing out there? I hope everything is okay and you guys are getting through the BS out there. I don't know what's going on. I'm in a region of I'm actually in we're in northern Cal, and we were on the southern coast, very southern coast of Oregon for a few years, and we're not really into Oregon so much. Although it's beautiful, we love the geography, but it's a little too slow on the southern coast just because all the little towns along the coast are real rural. And there's places to play, but you got to do a lot of traveling to get to the gigs. And the way gas prices are these days, I'm not gonna travel too far. I want to try to get everything as close as I can. So, the subject today, the vlog today that I want to talk about, well, before I actually do that, also, I want to thank all the positive love that you guys and gals throwing on my comments and stuff on this. I tried to look for, I always want to get other people's perspective on how they gig and stuff. So I kind of went out there, and there's a few little things out there, but I didn't see anybody that really focused on what I'm doing. But there could be, I just haven't really found it. There probably is some good channels out there that probably you could learn from, probably more than what you're learning from me. But all I'm doing is just sharing what I do and what I use and how I deal with people and your audience, the bookings, the owners of clubs. We're going to get into all that. So anyways, but today's vlog really is about speakers, and it's not going to be long. So I'll post a picture on people have asked, what speakers do I use? Well, I've been in this business a long time, pretty long time, and I started, I don't know if I told you guys this, but back in the 80s, me and my brother started a band where it was called Cat House, and we ended up co-headlining with Guns N' Roses and LA Guns and Jet Boy. I don't know if you guys know of any of these bands, and Red Hot Chili Pepper, Jane Addiction, all those guys. So we did a bunch of co-headlining shows with them and kind of toured with them in the region in Southern Cal and Orange County. So, and we all kind of got our record deal at the same time. Well, GNR got their deal with Geffen before we got our deal. I think it was maybe 3 or 4 months later. And then we ended up getting a demo deal with Warner Brothers, and so we ended up doing, long story short, my brother, he was the lead singer, and I was backing him up, and we were writing the song. So yeah, but it was a fun roller coaster ride. We went on a couple tours, and yeah, the good old Hollywood days. And again, thank you for the love on there. I'm just getting good, positive, and people appreciate what I'm sharing, because that's what I'm doing. I'm just sharing what I do and what I use, because you can learn from what I'm doing. You might know something else or whatever, but at least it'll get you on the right path. Today is about speakers. And the speakers, over the decades of me playing, I played through a lot of speakers, and from Electro Voice to Sherwin Vegas to JBLs, and one of the recent speakers that have come around the bend, I tried out. And so what I use is QSCs, and they by far are my favorite speaker. Like I said, I've used top end JBLs and stuff like that. But I was able, because I'm making money, you're making money, you want to get good equipment. So to me, I'm sure there's a lot of JBL fans out there that use their JBLs for their PA, and that's great. They sound bitchin', there's nothing wrong with them. But to my ear, the QSCs have a sweetness, that's the only word I could use. It's not only full and big like JBLs, but it's got a sweetness to it. I don't know if it's the tweeters, the 2A, they're the K2s. They're 1,000 watts power speaker, and QSCs are called the K2. And they run around $1,000 a speaker, so they're not cheap. But my God, there's a sweetness to them, and I can't explain it. But it just sounds like the only sweetness I've really heard before, and I don't even know what they use down there, is at the Greek Theater in Hollywood. I've been to the Greek Theater, and they got PAs up there. They're probably JBL. But just the way they had it sounding out there and outdoor, it's just sweetness and full. So that's what I like. And I've tried them all. I've tried, Sherwin Vegas. I tried EVs. Yamahas are great. And they're all good. They are all good. I'm just, there's just something that my ear hears in those speakers. Those QSCs, to me, they're like Cadillacs of the speakers, and they're good. They're strong speakers. They can be bounced around. The only thing I've heard that really sounds close would be probably JBL, but also Bose has a real sweet sounding system. I'm just not sure about using it for gigging. Only the fact that because they have more pieces involved, so you've got your bottom end bass, you've got a bass cabinet, a bass woofer, and then you have your two columns that Bose has. But boy, when you get that dialed in, the sound is so sweet. And that's what QSCs are, and I just rather use just two cabinets instead of worrying about three or whatever. Just simple, and but like I said, they're the K2s. They have a K2.2, and for some reason, I don't know why they're making, maybe it's just a monitor or something, but it just comes with 112. And mine are two-way, you'll obviously see the picture of these on here. But anyways, yeah, that's what I use, and that's my preference. I just, there's a lot of good speakers out there. If you guys are on a budget, my suggestion is to use, and I use them for my monitors, is Alto. Alto or Yamaha. Yamaha is a decent sounding speaker, and it's affordable. God, there's so many good speakers out there. I've heard of Turbo Sound, supposed to be a good speaker. There's a lot of new speakers. The Yamahas, like I said, they're great and they're affordable. If you're on a budget, Behringer, same thing. They probably sound decent. Alto, I use for my monitor. So if you guys want to know what I use for a monitor, I have it sitting right in front of me. But let's go to speakers real quick. Electro Voice is a great speaker. You can get a cheaper, lower end EV. Of course, JBLs are awesome. They're just great speakers. They're a great workhorse. But there's QSCs are probably the same equivalent. But like I said, there's a sweet sound of those speakers that I can't describe. And the only word I could use is sweet. It's just sweet sounding. It makes your vocals, guitar, everything. God, it just makes a JBL. JBLs are good though too. You got your Bose, QSC, JBL. What other speakers are in here? Mackie's good speaker. Good all-around speaker. They're all good. Speakers are good. But like I said, if you guys are on a budget and you're just starting off or whatever, go to Yamaha. I'm telling you, Yamahas are good. They're great speakers. Whatever is good. And Alto. Now, Alto might be a little bit cheaper. I remember I bought my Alto a few years back, and I had some friends of mine that were DJs or one friend of mine that was a DJ, and he used the Alto speakers because they were so cheap, and of course he blew them out. But those guys are pumping power with those amplifiers, man. They're probably not a good DJ thing, but to use them for what we're doing, running vocals in your guitar, dude, those Altos are fine. They're cheap. They're not that expensive. And it seems like everybody's using powered speaker these days. So all you need is a board, a little board, any kind of board, doesn't matter. And so, yeah, that's about it on that. So let me see here. So anyways, but I hope that was helpful to you guys. And again, I wanted to do a big thanks to everybody that's been showing the love on this channel. It's unbelievable. Thank you guys for the love. You guys all rock. And that's that. So take care of yourself, and we'll yak at you next week.